Hey guys, this is Abhishek from GadgetStreets.com, and today we are going to talk about some of the strong points of Motorola Moto E and some of the weak points of Motorola Moto E. So the purpose of this video is to actually tell you what all good things are there on Motorola Moto E and what all bad things or not so good things are there on Motorola Moto E. Motorola Moto E has been launched in India. It has been launched for a price of 6,999, for which you can actually buy this phone. This phone, as far as hardware goes, has 1.2 GHz dual core processor. You have 1 GB of RAM, 4 GB of internal memory, out of which around 2.21 GB is available to the user. So these are the specifications, and it has a pretty good display as well. The viewing angles of the display are also good. So we are going to tell you first of all the strong points of Motorola Moto E, for which this phone is a pretty favorite phone and it is a pretty good phone under 7,000 rupees. And the first is the Android KitKat. First of all, the Motorola Moto E, which we have with us as of now, is running on the latest version of KitKat, which is Android 4.4.2. And again, we have actually asked this question from Motorola, and they have told us that the next version of Android will get updated on this device, so you will see the updates being pushed much faster from Motorola as they have promised. On this device is guaranteed to get the next version of Android update, which is again a major thing, especially for people who have bought their phones with some version of Android and they would like to update it later on. So this is the first reason, which is a strong point for Motorola Moto E. The second thing is the display. So the display at this particular price point is a pretty good display. It is an IPS LCD display with a resolution of QHD, which is 940 in 540 into 960, which makes this display pretty good in terms of the pixel density as well. So even if you take a closer look on this display, you will not notice any pixelation. And also in terms of the color reproduction and the viewing angles, this display is pretty good. You can see the display from extreme angles without much of an issue. You might notice slight amount of color fading, but still the overall display is very much visible from almost any viewing angle. One more thing which is good about the Motorola Moto G, which is the third strong point, which is the Corning Gorilla Glass 3, which it has. So as far as display is concerned, it has a Corning Gorilla Glass 3, which is kind of strong, and again it will not break even if you drop this phone from waist height or from shoulder height. Accidentally we dropped this unit 2 times and nothing happened to the phone. Again, the display is not only resistant, or you can say to an extent scratch proof, or you can say shock proof, but it is also smudge proof. So you will not see the smudges and the fingerprints being attracted on this display, which is good. So that is another good point which we have for Motorola Moto E. One more thing which is good about this phone is that this device, even when this phone is being selling in India for a price of 7,000 rupees, you get 1 GB of RAM, and 1 GB of RAM is there on this device, which we do not normally see in this particular price segment till now. And out of 1 GB of RAM, approximately 310 MB of RAM is being free. However, 607 MB or 500 MB of RAM is normally used. And again, the phone is responsive and fast enough, so again you will not face any problem as far as playing any specific game. So all the games will run. Again, the amount of RAM which actually is there on this device, which is 1 GB, will help you run almost any game on this device, provided you have storage for the same. Another thing which is good, another you can say sixth strong point of the Motorola Moto E, is the great build quality. This device, even when it is selling at 7,000 rupees, has a pretty good build quality. You can compare it with the Motorola Moto G, which you might have seen earlier. So this is one of the best build quality I have seen in this particular price segment till now. It does not feel a cheap quality of plastic which has been used. You have a rubberized back cover on this device, which actually gives you a very fine grip when you hold the device in one hand. It is matte finish, and again the overall build quality of the device, the display, everything is just really good. As far as other things are concerned, when it comes to the gaming performance, we have tried playing some games like Dead Trigger 2, Blood and Glory, some other games, casual games like Temple Run OZ, Subway Surfer, and we have also played Frontline Commando D-Day as well on this device, which is here, as you can see. So all these games run fine on this device. There is a slight amount of lag, very minute amount of lag whenever you play some graphic intensive game, but we have done some videos around the gaming and benchmark review of this device. You can watch that. So the gaming performance of the device is also pretty decent, which makes it good enough to be bought, especially at this price segment. When we talk about the eighth and the most strongest point of this device, or you can say one of the most strongest point of this device, is the battery. On this device you are getting a battery of 1980 milliampere hour, which is a pretty huge battery for a display size of this size. And again, it has a 4.3-inch display, a QHD display. The display on this device does give you a very good look and feel when it comes to viewing angles and the color production, and also the battery on the device also is pretty good. It is one of the good battery you can get, one of the highly rated battery in terms of the overall rating if you compare it with any other phone out there which has a price of 7,000 rupees. So again, these were the good points of Motorola Moto E. Let's talk about the weak points of Motorola Moto E. One of the weak point of Motorola Moto E is the missing front camera. This device does not have a front camera, which is one of the missing point of this device. So again, for those people who are buying this phone at 7,000 rupees, they will miss out the front camera. So in case you want to do a video call from Motorola Moto E, in case you have bought this device for your parents, and if they would like to do a video call from this device, they will not be able to do it. They might be able to do it from the rear camera, but again, in that case, they won't be able to see what you are saying or how you are feeling. They won't be able to see you in that case. So this is going to be a limitation for many people out there. They will miss out the front camera, which is not even there on this device. We would have liked if they have actually provided even a VGA camera at 1.3 megapixel or something like that, which could have helped in this particular case, because the front camera is going to be very much beefed on this device. Second weak point of the Motorola Moto G is the no high definition video recording capability of this device. So the camera on this device, the rear camera, is a 5 megapixel camera, and it cannot record high definition video. Although I have seen other devices, other budget devices for not at 7,000 rupees, but some other budget devices nearly 10,000 rupees, which can actually record high definition video from the 5 megapixel camera. Again, they have not given this feature on this phone. You can only record the video from the rear camera on Motorola Moto E at 480p maximum. Again, one more thing which is kind of missing on this device is the LED flash. There is no LED flash, so low light photos are going to be something which will be difficult for you, or you can say dark light photos you cannot take from this device. Everything will become dark and look very dark. Again, one more thing which is also missing on the camera department is no autofocus, so which is the fourth and the last weak point of this device. So this device does not have autofocus. It can also only take photos, decent photos in long shots, but when it comes to macro shots or close-up shots, you will not get the amount of detail you are looking for in this device, and I can show you that as well. So as of now, we have the camera on, and let me just take a photo of my iPhone over here, and let me just unlock it. So let me just take this photo as of now, and I can show you this photo as well. This photo looks good, I would say, in terms of colors, but again, in terms of details, everything is blur. So it does not have autofocus. That is why it has not taken this photo nicely, but still it is looking average, I would say. So this device definitely is not suited for macro photos, especially, or close-up shots. For long shots it might be good. It is again average in that scenario as well. So these are the weak points and the strong points which we wanted to highlight for Motorola Moto E. So these are all the points which we wanted to highlight before you buy this device, all the strong points as well as the weak points. So we have like 8 strong points and 4 weak points, which is, again, the strong points are more, and this device is still a value for money at this price point, which is 7,000 rupees. Do let us know if you have any specific question for this device. We would love to help you. You can like this video help you by clicking the like button below. You can subscribe to our YouTube video channel for more videos like this by clicking the subscribe button below. Thanks for watching this video. This is Abhishek signing off. Thank you.